you're just gonna start.
Seth.
We have a guest here, okay?
Seth.
I want to hear it.
I
Go
don't.
fuck yourself.
I don't
Go
fucking
yourself.
care what you have to say. I said earlier you can lather a dick up with alcohol, tickle the balls.
Let's
Why is it always come back? Please put your seats out in your upright position. Put your podcast belts on, and here we go. Unscripted banter with Tyler and Seth. And here we go. And welcome back to another podcast.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to start this podcast off with a couple shots.
Yes, sirree. Hey, cheers to you.
I can't drink the whole thing.
That is so fucking bad.
I didn't know that I was with a couple pussies.
No. This is just bad.
Well, okay, and the bad part is it's not because there's too much alcohol in it, because it's only like half a percentage.
Wine.
It's
Oh
bad.
my
It is cheap.
god.
It's cheap.
Or, did I say wine?
Yeah,
You said wine.
whiskey.
Fucking
You said
cheap
wine.
ass shit. Oh my god,
pretty
that's
bad.
disgusting.
But welcome back to another
you would
podcast.
think it would be a smoother drink because it has less alcohol in it.
No, the
better
alcohol
flavor.
is the balancing point.
See,
in
but if
every
there's
drink.
no alcohol taste in it, it just tastes like dick.
Yeah, just
And you know
straight
what
up
that
shit.
tastes like, Seth.
Obviously,
so
you have
No,
experience.
no, I
You
don't.
have
I
experience
don't.
dick.
Let's not start this
Nope,
rumor.
you have experienced dick
It's not a
before.
rumor. It's truth. It's fact.
I know you. I know you want to have this whole podcast to talk shit about me, but we have a
That's how it
special
always
guest.
goes.
It's very
That's
easy.
how
We
it's
have a
gonna
special
go.
It's
guest.
very easy to just
Very
talk shit, though.
easy. It's
That I'm
very
planning
easy to
on
talk about shit.
interacting with her a lot of this time and not crying myself to sleep. Yeah. You can't say it out loud, can you?
Fuck you.
He cries himself
That's
to
cute.
sleep.
No, I don't.
That's-
I
Does
don't.
it
I usually
surprise
laugh
you?
myself.
No, it doesn't. It's just.
Look at him.
It might seem like
Look
he's
at
talking
him.
a bunch of
Could you-
shit. He's
Could
just,
you
he has
imagine?
this momentum
Could you
high.
imagine him crying himself to sleep? Look at him.
No, but the funny part is like, I would say we fuck with each other about the same amount, maybe even more than me than you. But now it's starting to becoming like
I like it.
it's becoming pretty mutual. Like,
Oh no, I need to
Oh,
fuck with you
it's-
more.
it's-
no, I'm saying we're pretty evenly
Tyler,
matched. I'd say
Seth.
now. I
Thank
used
you.
to like
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wiggity 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 wiggity.
talk about gay. Wow.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
listeners may not know this, but viewers definitely can. We have a guest on the podcast.
Peace.
Her name is Evlyn. She is my cousin.
Yes.
Not Seth's, because I
Not
don't know who Seth is,
Seth
actually.
is just a random guy we picked off,
He just picked him off the street. Look, he's got a
He had-
beard. He's
yeah.
got a nasty beard.
Just
It's a
all
little
scraggly and
it's
nappy.
like
It's just nappy.
it is. It's
Do you
nappy.
even put a comb through that?
It's
Like,
nappy.
do you comb it?
Okay, I need to go get a trim. I let it go for a while
Trim.
because I don't cut it myself. I
Okay,
don't
this is
cut
what
it
he does.
myself.
Listen, he explained this to me. He
Okay.
doesn't actually shave his face himself. He does a face shave every time he gets a haircut. So if he gets a haircut once a month, he shaves his face
mean
once
once
a
a
month.
year?
Once a month. Once a month.
Once a year.
Well,
it
It's
looks like.
been like a month and a half usually.
That's-
Okay, I'm gonna be
But
honest.
it was
it
worse
looks-
last time. I could show you a picture before.
I don't
want to
see it before.
Look,
That
it
just
looks like
nappy.
I shaved my pubes and glued them to your face.
It does- it's
It
like-
looks like those-
Jackass?
Yes, the jackass. It looks like they're glued on your face.
Woe is me. But okay,
Backed him into a corner.
I need
Yeah.
to get
He
it
knows
trimmed.
the truth.
I get it trimmed. It looks better. It will look better. I need to get trimmed. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
You do.
Okay, it's a little excess by calling it pubes, but whatever.
Nope.
No.
I'm getting close to there.
No.
It literally
It's
looks like
there.
the pubes.
It's there.
It
It's
literally
past
looks like
that.
pubes.
It is past there.
It does.
Seriously?
I gotta look at myself and see.
He needs. That looks worse. On
Wait,
that
let me
looks
see, let me
worse.
see.
Look at that.
Oh dear God.
Call guys.
Oh dear
It
God.
looks worse. It looks worse. And that's what it looks like
where
on
is that?
everybody who's viewing right
Yeah.
now.
There's no filter in the world that's
There's
going to
no
change the
filter.
way you
There's
look.
No, I was gonna show the worst picture.
You have a worse one?
I want to see it because I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing it.
She's already disgusted. She's disgusted.
Yes.
It can't be that bad. You know when
It
you
is,
first
it's
got
worse. Remember when last time?
when you
Yes.
first got here? Is it?
Oh my god!
Oh dear God! Yeah, that was
Dear
bad.
Lord.
Yeah,
He
it's
looked
bad.
Amish in that because he can't grow that. He can't grow a
It's
mustache.
right here.
It's just right here.
Hey, but if
Let
I
me
let
see.
it doesn't look as pubic once I let it grow a little bit
He
longer,
looked
though.
full on
No,
Amish.
they just look like long
we just
pubes.
Stole
It
him.
looks
We
better.
just stole him from an
I
Amish
prefer
community.
to just have a nice 5 o'clock shadow. Like
He was just
Okay,
doing
but
his own, carving,
I
wood
just
carving,
hate-
in the
hate
barn,
shading.
chiseling away, and then we just come up saying,
a-
"Hey,
what's a
you know,
podcast?
hey,
What's a podcast?
come on, let's
Just
start
call
doing
me
a
Father
podcast."
Seth. I'll be at the farm, chopping away. I don't use electricity. What is this wizardry around me?
What is this?
What is this wizardry? Oh.
Isn't there
Father
different,
Paul will kill me for being around electronics.
Oh no! I don't even know.
isn't there different Amish groups that actually use electricity?
Yeah, there's like different tiers.
Yeah,
Like,
because
there's
isn't there
some-
Amish
For the
that
most
don't
part.
use any?
There's some that don't use any at all.
And
They
those are
like
the most
literally
If you're a-
hand
if you're a
carve
real
everything.
Amish,
Right.
yeah, you're gonna.
They don't even have like
you're the
ceiling
sex.
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
No
there's some
electricity.
it goes
You know, the
up
crazy
like that.
part is when they do have electricity, it's going to their barns where their cows are or whatever, because they have to sell their stuff. They have to be up to date with the laws
Like
and
the
stuff.
FDA shit?
All the stuff. So
I
literally,
don't
they'll
think they,
have
like,
their
really
normal
deal
house.
with FDA.
No?
I mean, wouldn't
So,
it
like,
be more
they have
like
to,
restaurants?
It'd be like to sell their
Food
milk
wise?
and all that.
But no, because if you
No, this
sell
is a
anything,
real
Well,
thing.
food, milk, I understand.
Yeah.
Milk,
Yeah.
I understand. So I guess that
but
would
if
be,
you're selling anything,
So
you
it's
have to have
so
FDA
it's funny.
standards.
So like.
That's true.
My
So,
voice is
so it's really funny. You can see people's houses where
Puberty.
like there's their house,
Shut
no
up.
electricity going, but then their barn, they have electricity going to their barn because they gotta have whatever.
Have you ever been
I
to
guess
Amish
so.
country?
Yeah, I had a friend that got married when I was in college,
He married
and
in
we
Amish?
went. He married, or she had left too,
Oh.
but they had we went and ate at an Amish place.
Wait, she was
Food
Amish?
I don't think, maybe it's distant family or
Okay.
something, but we ate an Amish run restaurant, like in the basement of this people's house or whatever. But
kinda
it was
creepy.
made
Oh.
up. It was really nice. But they don't use electricity, but they use lamps,
Oil lamps?
Like oil
and they
lamps?
light up pretty
Like
well
those
too.
oil lamps?
I
So
love
we were
oil
like,
lamps.
I love them too.
the room was just being lit up by those lamps.
That's kind of
So
cool.
that was
That's
pretty
sweet.
neat.
That's pretty
It's probably
sweet.
kind of creepy.
I don't know if you know Robin Hindle. The Hindles? No. Well,
Robinson. Okay, go on.
yeah.
go
Well,
on.
her husband was born Amish, and he left that community
Yeah.
to marry her and whatever, and now they own a full on ranch,
Like an
seriously,
Amish ranch? Or
almost,
just a regular
but
ranch?
it's regular because they have all the
Electricity.
regular appliances
Okay, wait.
and all that stuff.
Where's Robin from? Because I remember a Robin.
Robin Hindle, she's from
There's a lot of Amish in Ohio.
Gibsonburg. She lives in Gibsonburg. Gibsonburg.
In fact, that was in Ohio.
sounds
My friend
familiar.
got married.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
she's a
his
great-
wife was
she's a great
from
lady.
Ohio, so there is a lot of Amish people. You can travel
Ohio,
to parts of
Pennsylvania,
Ohio
and all that
you can
stuff,
see the
yeah.
buggies and all that.
Yeah.
It's a trip to just go down the road and see them they take those things around.
And like the
I
street
hear-
signs
those
say
things aren't cheap
They're-
either.
buggies.
Their carpentry is high dollar stuff.
Yeah, it goes for good money.
if you
'cause it's all
have
from-
like
yeah.
an Amish chair,
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah.
I'm sitting on a gold mine right now.
Yeah, their woodworking
Yeah,
is super
woodworking.
right
impressive.
because there's no
Beautiful.
factory putting it together. It's from start to finish.
Handmade.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
handmade.
All handmade.
All handmade. That's
fucking crazy.
bizarre.
That's shit
Say
that's
goodbye to
expensive.
my pinky.
Have you ever worked with wood?
No.
I know
Well, I
he-
didn't even do
I know
did
he works
shop.
with a
I
lot
did
of
shop
wood.
class in
He works-
high school, but that was utter trash.
That was about the
No, I
same
think I
time.
said
That was like
she
utter
worked
chop.
with my wood. I don't know.
No, you worked
No.
with a lot
you
of wood
worked
yourself.
with your wood.
But yeah, the only the only wood that I've ever worked with was in shop class in high school, and that was I enjoyed it, but it was difficult.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
his
did
name
you-
I
Jason?
didn't
That
trust
was-
anybody
was-
around me.
Did
so
you
that's
make
why I
the
didn't do
the
shit.
Adirondack chair?
And his name was Jason. That was the
We
first
didn't
time
do
Jason
chairs
touched your
stuff.
wood.
Fuck you.
The only thing we did, in a big project wise, was a cutting board. Cutting board was a
What?
cutting board. Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't get to make chairs?
No.
My senior year, we got to make
Birdhouse.
our own Adirondack. I believe that's what they're called.
I don't
Adirondack
even
chairs.
No. That's too
The
much.
chairs that we
Like lawn chair?
no, the ones that we sit around the fire at Nana's house. The color ones.
Yeah.
We made our own one of those out of
I
wood.
thought that was just called a lawn chair.
No, the lawn chairs are the foldable ones.
Oh.
The Adirondack chairs are the ones where you actually sit in it and they got the arm rails.
Oh, okay.
We made our
Oh, okay.
own one of those and we got to paint it and everything. And I didn't get to take mine because
What?
when I graduated, I never went back for it.
Fuck you guys. I'm not going back. to
And
that.
right now the school is being demolished. So
Right, it's probably
yeah, I
gone.
don't
It's
got
probably
my chair.
gone.
No, I
Or
got a
someone
chair.
just, stole it a long time ago.
But I can't remember. I painted a bunch of shit on it and I can't remember what I put on it.
Probably high as a kite when you were doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shop class is never fun when
druggy,
you're
huh?
not.
No, but you never went back to the school after you graduated, did you?
Fuck no, I didn't have any time. They started the demolition before I came back.
Yeah.
So
How long?
unfortunate. I wanted to have a freaking brick of it, so then I could just
Yeah.
throw it through a window,
Right.
and then it's the school's fault.
It was all the high school. All the high school.
Yeah.
I can tell she's getting into vandalism over here.
I've been in vandalism. I got in trouble like twice in school. The first time.
Do explain.
Elementary, okay. Elementary school.
Wait, you vandalized in elementary school?
Of course. Well, no, I was framed. This is the story I was
You
sticking
were
with.
framed.
I
Okay.
was framed.
Okay.
I was framed.
Okay.
It's legit. All right, because you know how students wrote on the bathroom stalls.
Oh yeah.
Well, I started seeing like my sister's like Sam's name on it. So then
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
like oh fuck no. So I started like scribbling out the names.
Yeah.
Apparently I was taking too long. So
Took you that long to scribble names?
that paint is hard to do. Okay, it's difficult. Anyway, so then I think like a week later, the principal, I fucking forget her name, but she was a bitch.
This was elementary school?
Elementary school.
What school did you go to?
Eagle Point.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I don't remember her
Eagle
name.
Point. Salisbury. Mrs.
That's
Salisbury.
yeah, there you go.
Terrible lady. Well, she got my, I think I was in second grade. I don't know. Fucking elementary just eludes me because half that time I wasn't even paying attention to anybody.
Nobody pays attention.
Nobody pays attention. So anyway, she took our class into the girls' restroom.
Wait, the whole class?
The whole class.
Okay.
And she made us all write down one word. I don't remember what the fucking word was, but wrote down one word. And she was like, looking at it, and then she'd hold it up to the stall door, and then she'd look at it, and apparently, I don't know how, but my handwriting, there was 3 of us. Our handwriting was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
We're kids. We don't know how to write.
Right.
So anyway, I got in trouble for it. I got framed for writing on the walls when I know it was this one girl. I'm not going to say her name.
No, call her out.
Morgan Giminoli! I think it was you.
It was all you,
I
Morgan.
I don't know.
Holy fuck, that's
Fuck
funny.
you,
Anyway.
Morgan. You're
Anyway.
such a bitch.
She was mean to me when we were kids.
Yeah.
But we
Gosh, I
started,
hope
we
she
started
watches
getting
this
like,
podcast.
we started getting, more friends and stuff like that during when we
Interesting.
were older. Anyway,
Well, she
so
didn't
yeah.
mean to frame you. It just
Probably
worked
not.
out.
Who
It
knows?
was just
You know,
like,
there's
oh,
kids
shit.
there's like kid masterminds, right? She was probably one of them.
Yeah, I was like, there's
No.
definitely kids masturbating.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
no.
Definitely
No.
in there,
Anyway, so yeah, so I got I had to clean the entire school.
What?
The entire fucking school with this creepy ass janitor all by my fucking self when I was a kid for 2 weeks.
Damn.
What?
You didn't even do
Yeah.
anything.
I know, right? I was bawling my eyes out, crying.
They made you clean the school?
They made me clean
Did
the
your
entire
parents
school.
find out about this?
Yeah, they knew. They don't
What did they
care.
say? They didn't care?
No. And then the second time that happened, all right, the second time was all
They
me.
were like, you
all
probably did it. You
me.
probably
So it was your
did
fault.
It was my fault.
Okay.
The second time was all my fault. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so lunch period, junior high. A few of my friends went into the girls' restroom. We never stayed for lunch at all. We just
Yeah.
ate and then left. And we went to the restroom, and everybody was going to the restroom. You know how ladies all go into groups.
And they all laugh when they
all
leave.
laugh when they leave.
Yeah.
Throwing their hair up. Anyway, so
All your hair, right?
all my hair,
Yeah,
all
right.
my hair, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so we were in there, and then I was waiting on my fucking friends who were taking forever, and so I grabbed a roll of paper towel.
Yeah.
I soaked it up, and I was looking at the ceiling because the ceiling was so fucking
You're
high.
a dick.
What?
You're a dick.
Threw it smack right on the ceiling, and then I was like, oh my god, I did not think that was gonna stick.
And
It
it stuck
flat
up
out
there.
stuck.
Probably
on
looks like
the
a giant
ceiling.
spitball, doesn't
It
it?
looked like a giant turd up there because the paper's brown.
Oh, the brown
It's
paper.
a brown
Oh,
paper.
yeah,
It looked
yeah.
bad because the ceiling was white too.
Yeah.
So it looked bad.
And it was like that styrofoam ceiling.
Yes.
Yep.
Like popcorn almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
you not the whole thing, but did you
No, I
put
got
it in a ball?
I got a ball.
Okay,
yeah,
got
good
you.
wad of it. And I
The big
stuck.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah. I
We were
remember-
in
I
there.
remember exactly
We
what
were in
that
there
was.
probably for 10 minutes, throwing toilet paper and all this shit.
What's up with you in bathrooms,
I
huh?
don't know what it is. I just.
You got a weird draw to the bathrooms.
I do. I prefer nature.
Yeah,
Just
that's
let it out in nature.
don't go to my bathroom. Okay, stay out of there.
Hey, your shower curtain's pretty nice. It looks like the
Thank
woods.
you. I
Yeah.
got so much ridicule for my shower curtain.
Yeah.
Because it was like it had holes in it from one of my cats that I had,
Oh.
and it looked really trashy. So I got a new one, and I thought, man, if I get one with a wolf on it, I might get laid. You know?
Wishful thinking though.
Right. Okay, nobody's on my page. Anyways,
I
it was
don't know
it
if
was either that or a Star Wars one.
I would have went with the Star
Oh,
Wars
Penny's
one,
be dropping for Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, you like Star Wars? Okay.
Didn't I tell you
Yeah.
the story of the Star Wars slippers?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I told Seth about this, but I'll recap it for you. This 4th of July, I took a girl to see fireworks, right? And we had a few beers down at the beach, out at the lake, the fireworks in Port Clinton. Wonderful time. Connected. Fantastic time with her.
Good chemistry.
Yeah, it was good. Like, no awkward moments. We really connected, talked about a lot of different shit. And when we got back, she was like, "Can I use the restroom?" And I'm like, "Ugh, I did not plan on this girl coming into my apartment tonight. Like, I was just looking for fireworks, and we're good."
That's it.
Yeah, and she was like, "Can I use your restroom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." So we go inside. She uses the bathroom. Nothing said. Okay, have a good night. We stood out there and talked for a while. And then she left, and I come back in, and I'm like, all right, that was a really good night, right? And I walk into my bathroom to go to the bathroom, and I look next to my toilet, and I've got my Star Wars slippers sitting right next to my toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm never going to talk to this girl again. Never again. And I have not spoken to this woman.
You know what
again.
happened?
She never messaged me back.
You know what happened? She walked in the bathroom and was like, "Oh my gosh, this guy! Oh, I freaking love him." She gets completely naked. It was like about to walk in the room, see those slippers, and
she
like,
was
I'm
like-
getting the
she was
fuck
like-
out of
Like,
here.
oh boy.
What's
In the
on
middle of
those
taking, she was like,
clothes?
no.
no.
Rethink.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice meeting you. Bye.
I was like, yeah, that probably wasn't the best.
Nah.
Oh, well.
Star
No,
Wars.
I mean,
nerd is cool.
I covered
Nerd is
that up
cool.
too,
I
haven't
don't
I?
see that. I really doubt that was be the reason she stopped.
Nerd
talking
is
to you.
popular now, though.
Did you
It's very popular.
stop, try to conversate with her at all?
I tried to message her once.
And did she never message you back?
We talked, but it was nothing.
Who was the last person to return a message?
I
That's always
was.
the question.
I was the last
You
word.
were, and
I was
she
the
never
last word.
responded.
So, I
That's
wasn't.
always what I
But
get.
it was the first time I ever met her. I didn't have, a connection with this girl beforehand, so it was, a one-time thing, which was completely fine. But, I don't know. I thought the weird part was it really kind of got me thinking about people in general, actually, because, we sat and talked about a lot of different things, and we talked about, her ex-boyfriend. And she was telling me about how her ex-boyfriend was, super manipulative. He cheated on her. He only wanted her for sex. A bunch of these just terrible things.
Jesus.
And I'm like, this sounds like a terrible dude. I'm like, I'm glad you kind of broke up with him. She's like, I'll never talk to him again and shit like that. And, a week ago, they're dating. I'm like, so is this conversation that we had just to conversate, or was this stuff that you actually felt?
You know what it is? It's sympathy.
You think that's what it is?
When people talk about prior relationships
Yeah.
like that, and they start adding little things on there that
Yeah.
people can't trace,
Yeah.
it probably more just garners sympathy. Because they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," start
So next time
touching.
say,
"Are you
Right.
"Shut up,
okay?"
bitch."
Right.
Yeah, and then you're just like, so it's probably to garner sympathy because people generally like attention,
And that guy
So-
had those exact same Star Wars slippers.
probably.
For sure.
So when she saw those, she's like, "Oh, I miss him."
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He's got
I
those
really
slippers
miss
too.
He has the same slippers. You know what? He has the same bathrobe too. I'm gonna go over there.
Don't fucking point out my bathroom. please.
It was right there. I
Oh
had
my
to.
gosh.
I
it was
thought-
right
I
there.
thought that was
Why is it in
interesting.
the
Wow.
hallway?
What?
So when he, just puts it on in the morning.
Yeah,
makes
You might
his
as well
spaghetti.
hang your lightsaber
you
in the
know.
hallway.
Dude, I talked to you about this. I want to get replica lightsabers on those shelves.
Nerd it up.
Why don't
man.
you just get
Nerd it up.
a shield, right? Right over there, get the lightsabers, hang them cross.
See,
That
but
would be-
that would be cool. But I just want to do the handle. I don't want to do the full lightsaber.
just
I
the
want their
handle?
individual handles. So I want Vader's handle, Anakin's, Obi-Wan's, and I want them little plaqued and labeled.
Dude, that'd be sweet.
Right?
That'd
Wouldn't that be fucking sweet?
Yeah.
Seth shot me down.
You know what? Why?
Did I?
You fucking shot me down.
didn't
I think that would
did.
be awesome.
You
That'd
said
be
that
cool.
was the line.
That's the line?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. You just want you don't want them lit up. You want them just
No, just the
Why would you
handles.
want 'em lit
Oh,
up,
just the
though?
handles,
Just
that's
the handles
different.
that
That's-
gun-
Yeah,
that,
the
like,
life-size
imaginative.
handles. That would be fucking
That would
sweet.
be
It's all the way you present.
You know
present
what
it,
they
too.
did though? After those movies, every single one of those actors took their lightsaber home.
I did hear about that.
Every single one of
Yeah,
them. Especially
they took their lightsabers.
how can I forget his name?
Which
Mace
one?
Windu. Oh my gosh!
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And I usually am the person.
Holy crap! I can't believe I forgot his name. Anyway, he requested a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, that's why he had the
requested
purple lightsaber, because he wanted to be different from everybody else in the movie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough that he was the only black Jedi.
Right.
But
I
I'm
just
not
think of that
racist.
parody.
I'm just
I
saying.
just think of that parody.
Which
You're
one?
Slave owner.
Oh yes, you're slave owner. Oh my god. Okay, so when we were younger,
Yes.
Seth, we would watch a bunch of YouTube parodies of like Star Wars and
Yes.
shit, and some of this stuff was hilarious,
Absolutely
man.
hilarious.
It was some good stuff. What was the most recent? A booby.
A movie.
Yeah. I call it the Deathticle.
Are they
Giant
just,
hurt
Ball.
ball.
Is there a main YouTuber or? Like,
No, it was a
it's
bunch
all
of
the
random ones.
stuff?
Just people.
And like they were just they were homemade ones.
Yeah.
There was some of them that I used to watch actually. This is really nerdy, but
Mm.
they made like their own homemade lightsaber battles, and they were like really
Rocka
fucking
Rocka.
good.
Oh, dude,
Rocka Rocka.
They do some good ones too, yeah.
Have you watched Rock?
Dude, I love
They're
Rocka
still
Rocka.
huge.
They really good
I'm a
editing.
big fan.
Really good editing.
Seth fucking he gets a boner
They're
every
my
time he
favorite.
talks
I
about it.
think I showed you a lot of it.
Yeah, for real. Why are you gonna back away so far? It's only gonna be
I told you that in confidence. No, I'm like a huge rock. In fact, it was kind of funny because I was kind of disappointed with the newest Johnny Knoxville movie. It was like okay, but then I saw.
Wait, what's the
one
name of that movie again?
One of the twins at the end of the credits. It was the one with about the like
It was a theme park.
a theme park.
Yeah.
Where there was a bunch of silly, crazy stunts and stuff.
They did
But
all their
Rocka
own
Rocka
stunts.
Was at the end.
They I explained it as Jackass with a story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rocka Rocka is like on another level with all their
I think you showed me a few of
stunts
those one
and
time.
stuff. Yeah.
They're pretty
I
wild.
haven't been keeping up with Jackass.
They-
Like I just.
Yeah, Jackass
Can't.
doesn't do.
They haven't
anything
really
anymore.
done much
They
anymore.
do stuff separately a little bit here and there. But
I think it was after
mostly-
Ryan Dunn passed away. They kind of quit doing
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. There were talks of making something to dedicate to him,
Yeah.
but they really kind of haven't done anything.
I wouldn't blame
And
him.
then you got freaking what we got one of the main guys,
Bam Margera.
Bam Margera, like having huge issues.
He went
with
through a
drinking.
super deep spiral.
He's just going spiral. He's just going up and down.
After Dunn died,
Yeah.
like he got like addicted. He got
Yeah.
fat. I don't know all the details, but
There's nothing wrong with getting fat.
you did break the
Did
tricycle
just-
today, so
Yeah.
That
You
it had
straight
already
up
been broken.
snapped
You
the
straight
frame.
up
Moving
snapped
on along, it
was
had already
wondering
been
why it was
broken.
So quiet. Like I knew I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
like, did he just fall?
Hey, so we should explain this to
Yeah, yeah.
everybody.
Damn
So
it.
today we had a family friend come out to our family dinner,
Yeah.
and he built these
He's
tricycles.
gonna call ahead from now on. Is Seth gonna be there?
Yeah, he built these tricycles with gas motors on the back of them, and he's got like really small slick tires on the back with PVC pipes over the tires to protect
Is
them.
that what that was?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
PVC pipes,
Ah.
and then he's got bike tires on the front, and you're sitting on the ground, and these things they scoot.
They speed.
They scoot, man. They go
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
And we were on these things from 1 p.m.
Yeah.
till like 6.
That
Like we were on these things all day, nonstop. And I wanted to race Evlyn, and I
Fuck
handsomely
you.
beat Evlyn twice.
Fuck you.
I had enough time to get out of the
No,
tricycle
it's because-
and bow.
It's because
after the
it's
race.
because
I was
it's
that far
fucking-
ahead of you.
The yellow
5
one
laps.
is slower. So when you take those turns,
No, that's not what
I'm
it
like
is.
Speeding
That
out.
is a bullshit excuse.
That is not a
That is
bullshit
a bullshit
excuse. That is
excuse.
straight up true.
No, I just have better handles.
Mm,
Okay? When you took that first turn, you came in way too hot.
Oh, you what?
Way too hot. Anyways,
We need
back to the story.
We need a go-kart for Pupa's backyard.
We
all
need
the
those
time.
specifically.
We need
Oh my
those
gosh.
specifically.
Those
yeah.
specifically. Those
Yeah.
are fun as fuck. Anyways, I beat Evlyn twice. Just saying.
Fuck you.
And then
I know what for you.
I raced Seth, and what we got to like 3.
It wasn't even.
It wasn't even 3, and I
was
stopped.
like 2.
Maybe 2. I stopped at the finish line. I waited for your ass to catch up to me, and it was quiet. I heard that
I
it was
was nervous
nothing,
about going
and I'm like, oh fuck, what happened? So I went around, and Seth is flagging me down. He's like, he's flagging me down like this, and I walk over
I
there.
didn't want you to hit me.
And I looked at his knee, I was like, he's got a little cut, and I'm like, what a
bleeding, like-
pussy. And then I look at the bike.
The frame freaking broke.
So, okay, in your defense,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happened? Do you
The
remember
frame
what happened?
broke, which I thought it was all me. I was gonna feel horrible. But as soon as he saw it, was like, oh, that's where my nephew broke in the exact same
But did
spot.
you run into anything, or was it
No.
torque from the turn?
It was just the turn, and I wasn't even going that fast because it's kind of hard. That's a
That's
narrow
a narrow
spot.
turn.
That turn
That's
you
a
have to
narrow
slow
spot.
down. Yeah, yeah.
I was not going to go through
Yeah,
that.
no, I
at
got
all.
you.
And I just went like that and turned a little bit, and boom, and it just came down on my knee.
Damn.
And but it just
Horny.
broke.
He has a little tiny
Our
ass
listeners
band.
can't see. Our listeners can't see, but the viewers, you've got a cute little Band-Aid on there.
I just want to cover it so I don't get blood on anything.
Pretty Hello Kitty Band-Aid.
Yeah. Oh, really.
But
cute
anyways,
little
Evlyn joined the army.
kid. Seriously.
No, but anyways, we have confirmed Evlyn sucks at trikes and Seth
Fuck you!
breaks trikes. So
I don't suck. I actually really rock.
If I hold him down, will you punch
because
him?
I can do those donuts like no other.
Those were fun.
Those are so. Those are awesome.
Dude, the
was
whole
just
thing
so
was fucking
fucking
fun
fun,
today.
yeah.
I got a lot of good video of everybody.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, except for you. What the fuck? I didn't get much video of you.
Because you were being lazy. That's why. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna say you much.
No, I don't know why. I got good video of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I was doing. What the fuck? Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Good
You
times.
need to step it up, Casey Neistat.
I know.
Yeah.
So, do we get to hear anything about the army on this during this podcast?
Well, what do you want to
Little bit?
know? I don't.
You know,
I'm on fucking
You know,
vacation.
I definitely want some inside information.
Fucking
I mean,
Yeah, the whole reason we have Evlyn is because
the
she's on
whole
vacation.
reason is because I'm on vacation.
so I mean, if you're like part of Black Ops, do they call you?
What was that?
Black Ops.
No, what was the first thing you
Black
said?
Ops.
Black Ops.
Black Ops.
So like, is your name Agent E?
Why would it be Agent E?
This isn't Men
Never
in Black.
seen Men in Black?
This isn't Men in Black.
They all
This is Men in
agent
Black.
in a letter.
But why wouldn't it be like Agent O?
What about Agent B?
Because they always goes by their first name and it's a letter.
K
Gosh, you're
is-
thinking too much into it.
Anyways,
Have you ever seen America World Police?
No.
wait, is that are they like puppets?
Yes, they're puppets.
I've seen previews and stuff for it, but I never
the
actually watched
puppets,
it.
They do the whole Black
It's a
Ops
bad
kinda
movie,
thing.
right?
It's rated R.
Yeah, it's a
hard
bad
R.
movie.
I just really want to know if they're real. If there's really puppets that fight for the USA.
Isn't this dude an
This
idiot?
could be real.
Puppets?
Isn't he
Yeah.
an idiot?
Yeah.
What? Like who
I'm
would
gonna
think?
deal with him
who would
every
think?
time during these
So
podcasts.
Who would
scary.
think?
If you
Who
ever,
would think?
I know you don't listen, Evelyn, but if you were to listen, it would just be me ripping on him the entire time.
Yeah.
It's not. It's him.
It would be.
It's him.
Yeah.
It's usually me going, take that, Tyler. It's me talking a lot of shit at Tyler. That's what it really comes down to.
I'm not.
It's
I'm
a lot
not
of good
gonna
banter.
even touch
It's
what
a good
he just-
podcast. We got
I
some
wouldn't
good
touch him
things
at all.
started.
Stay away from him.
not gonna.
Got a good thing started.
If I had one
Yeah.
question, it would be, what convinced you or made you make the decision to join the army?
Good question. Very good.
I'm curious.
All right. Well, I never really thought about college ever. I
Okay.
hated school. I hated school, like flat out. Math, all I
Preach it,
know
preach
how to do is add, barely subtract.
We
And
just talked about
multiplication
math.
is right over my head.
Yeah.
So I'm like the standard right now with math.
Mm-hmm.
Very low. Anyway, I guess I wanted to be a part of something bigger, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and Rossford before, like when I think back, was so big when I lived here.
Yeah.
Like it was so big, like all I knew was Rossford and Fremont, and that's it.
And that was it.
That was it,
Yeah.
right? And our little vacations that we went to,
Yep.
but, I was always knocked out in the car because I swear our parents drugged us so we could be quiet.
If they were smart, they did.
They're very smart. They're
Yeah.
very smart. Anyway, but when I left for basic training and, I seen, like, all they had to offer,
Yeah.
and then I come back and I'm like, oh my god, this place is so fucking tiny. Like,
Like your
literally,
hometown is
like,
tiny.
it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Like, Fremont's even tiny. Like, the drive is so shorter and
Yeah.
everything is just so much, like, smaller. And I'm like, holy crap, that really brings everything into perspective.
You're bigger than everybody now.
Fuck you, yeah,
Big
I am.
stuff.
You better
Big
believe
stuff.
it.
You're not
Big
bigger than
fucking
Seth.
stuff.
I'm not bigger than
physically.
Smith physically, yeah.
Fuck you guys.
So
Yeah.
basically, you wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah, something bigger, you know?
Something bigger.
And I guess I wanted to serve my country, too. I mean, I am patriotic, you know? I didn't join just to fucking, like, money because there is no bonus in there. There's
So
low.
I don't know if you're allowed to talk about this, but they say there's a bonus, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there's bonuses. So,
There
like, when you
is?
join up, they get the, like, certain job requirements. Like, I'm a feeler, that's no secret. Like, you can look up the Army pay grades and all this shit,
Okay.
so it's not a secret. But yeah, you get like bonuses, and I think I re-enlisted not that long ago, and I got like 7,300 like
For a bonus for her?
and that's lump. Yeah,
Okay.
that's lump sum. So
Interesting.
yeah, you get bonuses, but that goes fast.
Right.
That goes really fast. Like every paycheck goes fast. What do you
I think he has a
fucking want?
question.
How hard would it be for us to waterboard Tyler right now?
Why would we want to waterboard Tyler?
If
Why
anything,
the
we're-
fuck not?
If anything, we're gonna waterboard
We're gonna
your
waterboard
ass.
you.
I don't think so. Try to hold me down, bitch.
We're gonna waterboard you, and then you're gonna drown in your pubes on your face.
Yes.
Motherfuckers.
We'll use that as a rag.
We'll call it.
Yes. Holy shit, that's good.
Moving on
We'll just
along.
move the pubes up in front
Yeah,
of his
just.
mouth. Fuck, that's funny.
Wow, that backfired really quickly.
Yeah,
yeah,
it did. Yeah, it
it
did.
really did.
So, Evlyn, do you think... I don't know if this is a fair question, but... Did you... Maybe you won't know the answer to this question until 20 years down the road, but do you think you made the right decision joining?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I think I did.
Why?
I mean, I definitely miss my family because that's literally all we knew when we were growing up.
Right.
Like, we're all so fucking close that it's like, I didn't even have friends in high school.
It was
or
family.
like school. It was just family.
Right.
Like anybody else who comes in, like a friend or whatever, you're just like, what is
Or like somebody's boyfriend, you're like,
yeah, it's just
no.
like, who are you?
Yeah.
Why are you here? Eating
That
my nana's
explains
food?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not family.
Yeah.
Why are you eating my food? Why are you eating my food and so
Yeah.
much of it?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just like, every day I miss everybody back home.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can do more,
Mm-hmm.
like actually like going out and doing my own thing, like being home rocks, but living in back
Like
home
living with your parents?
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a car here.
Yep.
They have the Crown Vic, but that shit's like, driving a boat down
Yep.
the road.
Oh wait, are you done? Are you back at your parents' house?
Yeah, I'm done with work. and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
So, like, explain what happened when you first got here. Like,
Okay, so the Army was pushing for extra personnel, and
Yeah.
they didn't have the recruiters the amount of recruiters that they wanted to get all these people in.
Right.
So they they put out this memorandum, it's just like a newsletter or whatever. Not really, but it is. They just put out this memorandum that said, all right, we need people in the recruiters. It's called, like, hometown recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
So they literally just took people, like, active duty or recruiter, really.
So, did
doesn't
you
matter.
make the decision?
I
or
made
did
the
they...
decision,
Okay.
yeah. I asked for, like, August 20th when school was in session because
Yeah.
that's just smarter. So I had to leave, but the Army totally fucked me over with that and decided to put me in July to come here.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that's just my aches and pains over there. But, so yeah, it's just hometown recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to join up. That's a whole month back home. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. You
Right,
kidding me?
why
I want
not?
out of fucking Fort Hood. Like, no.
Right.
Yeah, anyway,
Just
so.
working to the day, can't beat that.
Yeah, so just.
And
like,
they
sign up.
put you in a hotel.
Yeah,
They got
put
you
me
a
in a
car.
hotel. They paid for the hotel. They paid for the flights, hotel, rental car, my food.
How did you eat at the hotel? Like,
Well, they had
did you get a card?
Yeah. So they give
Okay.
you like this debit card.
Yeah.
It's just like just a regular card. But it's wired to the Army. Like kind of, they give you this lump sum that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can pay for gas. You can pay for food and anything else really. But you
Right.
have to keep the receipt. If you don't keep the receipt, you're fucked.
Do you have to return those back in?
Yes. Yeah. It's called a voucher. So after you're done, when I go back home after leave,
Yeah.
I turn in all my receipts and then just fill out this paper. And then they say, okay, this is what you used the money for. So then now we have track of it. So you're not using it on just yourself.
Right.
Like buying new clothes, which I did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, how much clothes did you buy?
Oh, dude. I was in Falling Timbers. That's a strip mall. Okay.
That
yes.
hotel was at the strip mall. That's the thing.
That was
yeah.
at the strip mall.
So they subtract that from.
So.
They'll take that out
Yep.
of your money on
Yep.
money then.
That's just kind of like to keep track of it. But
So what did you buy?
I bought like Nike, Adidas, like workout stuff because
Oh,
that's
shit.
like my kryptonite.
Expensive stuff.
Expensive stuff, yeah, that I can't afford.
But the Army
But
can.
I did like half and half because I'm smart about what I
Yeah.
what I do. So just half and half, and hopefully no one's watching this. It's in the Army because then I'm just.
Let's be
morally
honest,
fucked.
nobody's watching or listening to this.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's literally it. Just
So that was
culture.
that was your first month here.
Yep.
Now you are home.
Now I'm home.
And you're home until
the 30th.
the 30th.
Yes, and then I gotta go back.
Then you gotta go back. It's gonna be weird because
It is.
I've gotten used to you being here.
Yeah.
And it's always like on my days off or on days that like I got nothing planned. It's like, all right, hang out with Evlyn today. Like it's a part of a thing where it's like, let's see if, I'll text Jocelyn. Let's see if Jocelyn wants to get with Evlyn and see if we can go out, see if we can do something. Yeah. And it's like it's become normal life, and it's gonna be weird for you to leave again.
It's gonna be very weird.
Yeah.
It's not you
Gonna hang out with me again?
Oh fuck! It's gonna
Win
suck.
some, you lose some.
It's gonna be weird.
Win some, you lose.
See, but we'll have you leaving, and then we'll have Adam leaving soon.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he leaves. He
He'll be
leaves
here
next week.
just in the
Yeah,
nick of
he's
time.
gone
He leaves
after next week.
Fucking Marines, like what the?
Yeah, so you're in the Army. Our cousin Adam. We've never had. Man, we should have Adam on the podcast. We should have Adam before he leaves. But we got our cousin Adam. He's going to the Marines. He leaves for boot camp next week. So it's gonna be weird. We're gonna be missing some key family members.
Yeah. That's gonna be very odd. Everybody's going their separate ways.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've always thought. I've thought about life after growing up because we've had something really weird and kind of special that not many other families have, and we've grown up together.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a point where, eventually, Nana and Pooper, they're like the staples.
Yeah, they are. They're like this. They're like the freaking the pillars.
They're the glues.
Like,
They're the glue pillars holding
They
everything
are,
together.
yeah.
And once they pass, it's gonna be weird because I think that'll be kind of the final straw, and everybody will then
Everybody's just gonna
split
go.
up and we'll all go our separate ways. And it was gonna happen no matter what. And I've thought about like, what I'm gonna do, where everybody's gonna be after they split up, and it's gonna be so fucking weird.
It's gonna be fucking
We're all gonna.
weird.
You're gonna move somewhere and not tell me where.
Absolutely.
It's my decision. That makes
Absolutely. I already know where I'm going.
Yeah.
But like it was weird because not fucking telling you. When we would sit there like far away. But when we would sit there on Sundays and see like Grandma and Grandpa Ohms.
Yeah.
And they would sit there and I would think about how they're responsible for everybody in this house. They're responsible for, Nan and Poopa. If it wasn't for them, Poopa wouldn't exist. If it wasn't for Poopa existing, our parents wouldn't exist.
no.
And it was weird to think that that's their family. And there's going to be a point where I'm going to be sitting on a couch in a living room with all of my family. You're going to be sitting in a couch in a living room with your family. And it's so fucking weird to think about.
Were you high when you were thinking about this?
No, I was sober.
Whoa.
I have high sober thoughts now.
High sober moments.
Yeah, but it was weird to think about that we're all going to be responsible for our own little families.
Yeah.
And we're the thing that really fucking it kills me is that I'm going to be sitting there old, shitting myself, barely able to talk, and my family's going to be there, and I'm not going to be able to explain to them and really show them who Nana and Poopa were.
Right, dude.
Like
that breaks my heart.
Our
right
kids,
there.
our grandkids, our own families, they're not gonna know who Nana and Poopa were.
Yeah.
And they may barely know, my family may barely know your family.
Yeah.
And like my sisters are gonna split up and we're all gonna split up and our families aren't gonna be best friends with our sisters' families. It's gonna be so fucking weird, and it's making me appreciate a day like today.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it really makes me appreciate time
Everybody
like
there,
this.
yeah.
Even though I don't like this guy, like it makes me appreciate the entire situation
Thank you for your honesty.
that we have, because I know like 20 years from now
We have something.
it's not gonna
We have
exist.
We'll
something
still have
that.
a podcast.
We have something that, again, no other family really has.
Yeah.
Like, because we're all like really the same age almost, like
We're very
close, like
yeah.
a year apart, of like
A year,
yeah. And again, like you guys were my
Somebody forgot
friends,
that. Yeah.
and like my family and everything. Like we just hung out.
Family
and
got
stuff
busy.
like that. Yeah, very busy.
There was a
One
period where
after
it was
the
like
other.
boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
This is a good time for a Trojan commercial.
Trojan commercial.
Our sponsor for today is
That's
Be
fucking great.
responsible.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's weird to think about.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah. That's very odd. Yeah, it's
also the day after pill can be bought at your local Walmart and Walgreens.
Wow.
That took a dark turn really quickly.
That was quite dark.
very
Jesus
dark.
Christ.
Very dark. Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yikes. I don't know. I kind of dropped a bomb on this one.
Did.
Sorry.
It's really heavy bomb.
I get deep in my thoughts sometimes.
So sentimental.
Deep.
I am sentimental.
That's
I
good.
am. I love all you guys.
Yeah,
Not
we
you,
got a
but I love
special-
everybody.
I'm not materialistic sentimental though. Like I'll have like a little thing or two. Like,
Yeah.
You know, that's sentimental.
That's
Mainly
one-
because I don't own a house.
That's one thing that my mom is like, and
Yeah.
your dad not so much. Is like my mom
Yeah.
is super materialistically
Yeah.
sentimental.
Yeah. Pop's just like, oh, memory.
He's like, yeah, memory.
Yeah.
But my mom's like, ooh, a box full of things. We needed to save all of them
Yeah.
because it was this, and then this was
Yeah.
from this thing. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Pops
oh.
is just like, oh, what's this? An old shoe. Oh, good.
Oh, this was my teddy bear growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Seth,
Yeah,
are
it
you
is.
materialistic?
No, in fact, like coming here, I really didn't have a lot of stuff with me at all.
Yeah, you're pretty poor, aren't you?
No.
No, you
Nope.
you might be the most unmaterialistic
Yeah.
person I know.
Really?
That was quite the
That
dig
was
at
nice.
you, but you're not.
Nice
Yeah, that was
compliment.
a.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You take that as a
Sounded
compliment?
Nice. It wait, that was a compliment?
We'll let it.
How can I take
let
that a
him think
negative
it's a
way?
compliment.
What?
We'll let him think
Yeah,
it's a
let's
compliment.
keep it as a compliment.
We'll let him
What
think
the
it's a
fuck
compliment.
is that supposed to mean?
It's a compliment. Okay, there you need
Shut-
to said.
shut
You need
up.
to said.
I'm curious to see what your place looks like when you have your own place.
Yeah.
I'm really
Oh,
curious
I'll
to see
go
what your
all out
apartment
there.
will look
yeah,
like.
it's different when you're just living with somebody. Like I
Yeah.
have no need to decorate or anything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
having my own place, like it makes a big difference.
Yeah. If I'm like walking through a store and I see something like a couch that looks really nice,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my god, that would look really nice in my living room.
Right. I think about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
I see, like, I'm 23. I see a coffee table. I'm
Right.
like, ooh, like
Right,
that would
it's
look fucking sweet in my living room, you know? God, I'm old as shit.
Yeah. And it's just like then you get slapped by the holy fuck, my parents would have thought about that.
God,
Like, oh my god.
I'm not cool anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
shit.
not. I never was.
What am I? What is life? Tell me the answers.
You know,
Buy the
speaking
coffee.
speaking of life,
Hmm.
I talked to maybe it wasn't you. I think it was Jocelyn. I talked to Jocelyn about the talk that you and I had
Yeah.
on Nana's back porch that night.
You told me.
Did I tell you about that too? Oh, it was in the last podcast. I think I talked about it. I might have said
Maybe
something about it in the
was
last podcast.
yeah.
But that talk that we had on Nana's porch, we had a few beers,
Yeah.
and we were just fucking looking at the stars. And that is a talk that I will never forget
Oh, same.
because the shit that we talked about, the stuff that we got into, like philosophy,
Yes,
space, like
yes.
all this random
Uh-huh.
shit. Like I'll always think about that.
Yeah.
I did. It was the last podcast, so I
Uh-huh.
talked about it.
Uh-huh.
So I talked about you in the last one too.
Oh.
But it was just like, fuck. I love having you home because I love everybody in my family.
Yeah.
I love everybody. I love everybody equally. But there's only a few people that I can have a conversation like that with,
Uh-huh.
and that would be you,
Yeah.
Israel,
Oh yeah.
and I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could talk to anybody else.
Ours goes that way. It just gets really fucked up.
Yeah, we'll just fuck
we
on
end
each
up
other.
drinking
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. But like maybe you and Israel are the only ones in the family that I could have a conversation. Your dad, I could have.
Oh yeah.
Your dad,
Yeah.
absolutely. But like besides that, I couldn't have conversations about deep stuff like that with anybody.
No, because they would just be like, "Why are you thinking about that?"
Like because Jocelyn said, because I brought it up to her, and she's like, the moment you guys started talking about space, and I was like, fuck, I can't handle this. She's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can't talk to you about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I can't.
You could talk like, oh my gosh, you know my mom, Papa,
Yeah.
and Israel. They're all potheads.
Yeah.
Like I got some hippie parents.
You got hippie parents.
I got hippie parents.
You do.
Like, you know, we go out to a bar. You know, they're fine with everybody drinking, underage or anything. Really.
Yeah.
They're just, you know.
They're loving people.
Yes, they
really
are.
are.
Yeah, my mom definitely. Like, if I thought about this, like, you know how she rags on me? Like, I
Yeah.
smoke, and she rags on me about it, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you smoke pot. Like,
I mean, didn't she smoke cigarettes? Or am I wrong
she
about that?
used to,
That's
like,
what I thought.
long ago, and then she's like, every time I'm, like, smoking, she's like, Evelyn,
That's
I
wow.
gave,
That looked like your mom. Jeez.
She's like, I gave up cigarettes for you guys. And then I'm like, I gave up pot for the army. The things we give up.
That's
and then
good.
I picked up cigarettes. But I
good.
was smoking before that. But no
She doesn't
matter.
have to know that part.
No.
Until she
does,
watches
but
this podcast.
She don't listen.
She doesn't.
The only people that listen are Seth's parents.
Really?
No.
Yep. You know your parents listen.
Turn away, mom and dad. Turn it off.
Listen, if his parents listen to this,
We're all going
some of the
hell.
shit that we talked about on here, they would disown him.
Oh, I imagine.
Maybe
I imagine.
We're pretty open on this.
I tell you what, though, I enjoyed my time with your parents. I really did.
They're fun people.
They're fun fucking people.
They're fun people, yeah.
I can't wait for them to come back up here.
Yeah, they're gonna be up here like next couple weeks, I
A couple
think.
weeks they should be up
Oh,
here.
they are like underwater with this like Pokemon Go shit. Like,
Oh
you know
my.
when you said like ankle deep, they dived full on into this.
They went headfirst into
Yeah,
Pokemon.
just head first into Pokemon Go.
So, like, I don't think I explained it, but when I was down there, I visited them for my birthday
yeah.
this past year. And when I was down there, it was Pokemon Go every single day.
Jesus.
And
And no coffee.
no fucking coffee. Oh, my God. Don't
Wait.
get me started.
Wait.
Nope, no coffee.
What?
They didn't have any coffee.
They
for
don't-
'em.
they don't make coffee.
Yeah, they don't
drink coffee.
So
But anyways, that was the least of my worries.
you should have said something.
Nah, it wasn't a big deal, but no coffee in the morning, and Uncle Mark, which is Seth's father, would say that he needed his mornings. So from the time they wake up until noon, no Pokemon.
Oh my god.
But when noon hits, they're allowed, like he allows Aunt Veronica to go play Pokemon. He's like, okay, it's noon, we can go play Pokemon now. Yeah, because if it wasn't for that, Aunt Veronica would be
24/7.
the moment she wakes up, Pokemon. Yeah, and like
Oh my gosh.
your dad was talking about how it was like that at first, and he said, "Okay, we need to tone it back because I don't have any time for like his gardening because he's super in gardening. He didn't have any time for anything else but for
Oh my
Pokemon.
gosh.
Yeah, so they're head deep into Pokemon.
Wow.
And when we were hiking through the national park down there, I sent out a Snapchat video to, I think it was the Crazies or our family group,
Yeah.
maybe, of me chasing Seth's mom up a mountain because she was trying to find a Pokemon gym. Did you know about this?
I seen the snap.
Did you see the snap?
I seen the
okay,
snap.
so we're hiking, and I'm talking a mountain. We're hiking up a little
Yeah.
mountain here, and she's like, "There's a gym up here," and I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "I'll follow you." I'm getting photos. Like I like to take photos, so I'm following her, and I lose her, and it's to the point where I'm like, oh, "Fuck!" Like I don't hear her. I don't see her in the distance. I don't know where she's at.
God.
And I open up my Pokemon app so I can see where she's trying to go to, and I see this gym, and it doesn't look that far. But because of the elevation gain, it's way up there.
Oh my
like you have to
gosh.
walk a lot to get there. So I start walking, and there's no trace of her whatsoever. No people around me. I'm going straight up the side of a mountain, and I'm talking like at least like this. And I'm finding rocks and trees
Oh
to
my
hold on
God.
to, and I get to a point where I'm starting to see foot marks. I'm seeing like sliding foot marks, and I'm like.
My parents are gonna die from
I'm like,
Pokemon injury.
yeah, I'm like,
Oh my
she's
goodness.
climbing the side of this mountain right now for Pokemon, and I'm seeing where she's
Yeah,
sliding,
that was
trying
the
to get up,
craziest part you
and
said.
then I start seeing claw marks in the dirt. She's
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
clawing through the dirt and sliding, trying to get up the side of this mountain for a fucking Pokemon gym.
Probably has her phone in her mouth.
I don't know what she was doing, but she was clawing her way up, and it got to a point where I was breathing heavy, I was out of air, and I'm like, there's no way she went up
Oh
this
my
way. No way.
goodness.
And I get to the top, and I see her standing all the way at the end of a path, fucking tapping the shit out of her
The
phone.
best part of this whole, I remember
Tapping
the
the
video.
shit out of her
I remember
phone.
every line. You huffing and puffing. You pan over to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, you made it!"
Yeah, that was the end of the video. As I get to her, she's surprised to see me. She's like, "Oh, you made it!" And I'm like, "I'm done." And like that was the end of the.
Oh my
Because I sent like
goodness.
5 videos out, and that was the end of it. And I was like,
It's like she knew how good in shape she was.
she
You
knew
seemed
that she
surprised you
climbed
made it.
very high for
Oh,
that.
you made it.
Wow.
But
Shit.
I love your parents. They're fun people.
Yeah,
Fuck.
And
know that.
I love your
we
parents.
got
too.
good
my
family.
parents
We
are
got good family, all of us.
We have a fantastic family.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of family, we should probably get back to our
Yeah,
family.
probably.
Yeah.
We've
Probably
already
get back.
been on for, I start to have a panic attack after 40 minutes.
Yeah,
so we're
Seth
at
does
that.
this thing where I could go 3 hours.
Yeah.
Seth wants to go 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Feel
There's a
40
constant
minutes is a
battle
good-
here. There's a constant
It's a
battle.
good spot.
Our last
we could
guest.
just talk for years.
We
you
just
know,
fucking
sit
talk.
here
Our last
talk.
guest Sierra we had on here were 2 hours. We went 2 hours.
That was the
Wow.
longest one we
Yeah,
ever
we just
done.
fucking talked and
Wow.
talked. But Evlyn,
when we have like some things to talk about, yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
I do it more out of for people watching. I feel like 40 minutes is a good.
See, you're a
spot
watcher. I'm a
where-
listener.
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts. You watch podcasts.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, I feel like 40 minutes is a good amount of time. If anything, we can just do more podcasts. I feel like the majority of people are gonna make it 2-3 hours through podcasts.
Those aren't the people I want to be friends with.
So you know,
That's
I
like
mean,
Israel.
we'll
He
work up
literally
to that.
sits there 4 hours.
Yeah.
No, 5 hours. And he was literally watching this, like, I don't know how demented people just put these, like, crazy animation, like, pictures. Like, you know, with Garfield.
Yeah.
That whole thing is just like, it's Sunday. And then
Yeah.
this, like, closes the door.
Oh
It's
wait, he
Saturday.
showed me this
Yes,
video. It
5
went on for 5
hours.
hours straight
5
of the same
hours.
thing.
Yes. It literally the same thing. You
And he watched the whole thing.
In the background, they had a clock, and they had
And
the
the clock
window.
would change,
It's
right?
literally
And the day would
changing,
change.
Yes, with the time.
I
Absolutely
he
insane.
fucking he made me go a little crazy trying to show me this video because it was
Yes.
the same thing.
Same thing.
And he watched the whole
He watched.
thing.
He sat there the entire fucking day.
You'll have to have Israel explain this to
Just-
you because
yeah,
you're gonna
'cause he's
watch
just
it.
literally,
You're
yeah.
gonna see it and you're gonna see what we're talking about. And
Yeah.
You're gonna go,
What the fuck?
you watched this for 5
Yes,
hours?
5 hours. Literally just this.
The weirdest
I'm
fucking
scared
thing
to
ever.
ask.
Crazy.
You know what? We'll ask Israel because I'm
We'll
excited to
ask
have Israel on this.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna be like.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. We'll have to ask him about it because
Yes.
that dude is
Yes.
quite the
Israel
trip.
is
Quite
a
the trip.
character. He's
Well,
a character.
thank you for listening and watching our podcast.
Yes.
Evelyn,
Um.
I'm glad we had you on here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I came.
We got a little inside information on the army.
Yeah, little.
Um,
Little bit now, you know, I got my gear over there. So.
would you recommend
What?
the army? Would you recommend?
Yeah, I would recommend the army, but you know, it's a career choice. Okay,
Right.
This is not like something for a person who's like, oh, you know, I'm bored with my life. I'm just gonna join the army.
Or I have nothing.
Or
I'm
I have
doing
nothing. I'm
yeah.
just gonna join the army. Because
www.goarmy/Evelyn.
but it's like it's not for like I know this is an overused term, but it's not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
Because basic training, it's easy. Well, for me, I mean, I didn't go in with any like glorified image of the army, like people who watch commercials online
Right.
and they like see, oh, look at that person. He's like, you know, just serving his country and stuff like
And
that.
happy
He's
and-
like in the thick of it, like
Yeah.
in a submarine or something like
Right.
that. That's the Fruit Loop stuff. So.
Right, the Fruit Loop
The
stuff,
Fruit Loop
right.
stuff. But anyway, yeah, you don't do that every day.
Mhm.
Like it's an everyday job with active army. It's an everyday job. You have everyday, you know, situations like jackasses who work in your office. You have
Right.
like, you know, but basic training is definitely fun, but it's mental. You know,
Mm.
it's all mental. So it's like, you know, you're gonna climb up this mountain, but you left someone behind. So now everybody has to go back down and climb it all together. Oh, you left a shoe behind. Now everybody has to go back down and walk up the mountain again.
Sounds
Dumbass
So-
left their shoe.
Yeah, yeah. Some dumbass who broke his ankle on the mountain, and then we
Oh,
had
dang.
to
Holy
drag
shit.
him. Yeah, we had to drag him up the mountain, and yeah. So
Stressful.
very, yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. It was fun though. I enjoyed basic training. I miss basic training.
Yeah,
But I can't have what I want all the time.
that's true.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you go back? Where are you gonna go? What's happening?
So I'm a fueler in the army, so I literally just, you know, like, fuel vehicles, and hopefully I'll get into aviation every now and then.
Black Ops. She can't talk about it. She can't talk about it.
Black Ops secrets.
Secret Service.
Anyways, go on. Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so, yeah, when I get back, I will, go to the office.
Mhm.
I'm technically the only NCO there because I'm a sergeant in the army. Technically the only NCO there, so I'm in charge of all the soldiers.
Nice.
And I'll be doing transportation, and fuel.
And you said you'll be at your current
Yeah,
base for
current
the
base
next
For
year.
the next year, and then I'll come to New York.
Nice. We're at New York.
Fort Drum,
Okay.
7 hours away from here.
Back up,
not
cyberbully. It's
bad.
my cousin's in the army.
Suck you.
Fuck you. So then
Fuck
when
you, Dale.
Steel Denton guy. Anyways, so you'll be at your current fort for a year.
Yeah.
And then you'll be in New York.
Mhm.
Do you know how long you'll be in New York for?
Probably if I'm here and if I'm one more year, I'll be there for like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, that's or you know, normally when you're at a post it's for 3 years unless you request for another, like, when you re-enlist for another, how many years you want to re-enlist for.
Right.
You can request, like, stations. So,
That's a lot of New York minutes.
yes. At first, I requested Germany, and I had it. I had Germany.
See, that's what pisses me off.
Yes,
Is you had Germany.
I had Germany. I re-enlisted for it. I signed the contract for it, but then I got promoted, and then my first sergeant told me to go to the retention office. That's where you do the all the career path and re-enlist and all that stuff.
Right.
I went to the retention office. I told them that I re-enlisted, and the headquarters who deals with all the paperwork needs to know. Apparently, and then I go back. I get a call. Germany's not available for you anymore.
That is so fun.
Is
They
that
don't
part
need
of
a
the reason
sergeant over
that
there.
You signed back up, like you did, like
I
all your
signed back
prior
up. I
roles?
signed back up for Germany.
So, but you were already
Bitches.
signed
I already signed.
to Germany,
Yes.
but then they changed it on you
Yeah.
after you were signed.
The Army hoodwinked me with this.
Yep.
So, yeah. Don't go by people's word. If you're joining the Army, don't go by anybody's word. Don't assume shit in the Army. That's what I say.
Can
That's
you
my
get
title.
something in writing? Is that possible?
Yeah,
in
you
the
can
future?
get stuff in writing,
So
but
is that what you will try to do in the future then? Like,
oh yeah, definitely. But I guess in the future, when I re-enlist again, which I might, I'm gonna stick with I'm gonna wait it out
Right.
because this time I wasn't like I didn't know like you could wait. Nobody told me you could wait.
Right.
But you can wait like for a contract if they can't honor your contract that you signed previously, and they say that they denying it or they denying your contract and they can't honor it. You can wait and request another new set.
So how long can you wait then?
But as long as you need to.
Really?
Yeah,
But
because you
you can't now,
re-enlisted
you're
for
already-
I re-enlisted
so
for 4 years, so I could wait those entire 4 years, but I'd be stuck at Fort Hood, and that's not what I wanted.
Right.
So they said I was at the needs of the Army, which means
Do you think you like New York better than Fort Hood?
oh yeah, I think I will. Mainly because Fort Hood is like literally it's in the middle of everything, so
But you're right in the city.
yeah. San Antonio, Austin, Dallas. Dallas is 3 hours away, but everything is so close.
Isn't your Fort Hood is like it's a military base in a city, right? It's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, well, a lot of bases, a lot of posts
Yeah.
are like, a city's like right
there.
Right there.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not in the middle of any like nowhere. There's a city like nearby.
Right.
That's where the Army gets all their cash.
Mhm.
So they get they get the taxes.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah. So I could have waited to make a decision, but I didn't want to stay there, and now I'm there for another whole year. So
A year won't be bad though. You got to think.
No.
How long have you been there now?
yeah, so it's gonna go by really quick. But the thing is, I'm gonna be stuck with all these jackasses that I work with.
But guess what? There's going to be
So-
more jackasses in
You've
That
only
is
been in the
true.
Army for 2 years now, right?
3.
3
Three.
years.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So you signed
it
up for
doesn't-
3 years
It doesn't
originally?
feel like 3 years.
No, it does not
feel
at
like 3
all.
years.
I can't believe you've been
Yeah, I
there.
know. That's
Yeah,
what I
me
said
neither.
too,
Me
because I didn't think it had been that long.
Fuck, time
Yeah.
flies,
It
man.
seriously does. Like I think back and I'm like, holy fuck! Like I was just a few pounds lighter, and then
So you took off right after high school. Then.
Oh yeah, right after high school. Yeah. People now are like signing. Like they're like, okay, I'm interested in the Army. I want to join. They're leaving like a week after they
That's
sign.
crazy.
That is nuts. Like for me, it was like I graduated in May and I left in June. Yeah, I left in June, and then boom, you're done. That was the whole month. So that's nuts. How they're like just. You want to join? Okay, throw you in. Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, here you go. Have fun. Yeah, but it's not all that it's cracked up to be half the time. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes it's not like a civilian job
Right.
where you can deny like someone asks you,
Yeah.
can you fill this paper out or can you do this, do that? In the Army, it's an order.
Right.
You don't do it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Kind of thing like that. Like, oh well, you could get hemmed up pretty good if you don't listen to them.
But you would still recommend.
Oh yeah, I'd still recommend it. I enjoy it.
Good.
I don't know if a lot of people don't because they're so used to the civilian life where they can say no.
Right.
But
That's
yeah.
a weird thing. You can't say no in the military.
You can say no, but it's only if it's like an order. You can say no to an order. You can deny an order unless it's unlawful or against moral.
Right.
So, and a lot of the orders aren't. So, you know, sometimes you get a crappy detail we call, like, work. That's outside of our job. We call them details.
Yeah.
You get a crappy detail, and, you know, you're ordered to do this. So you're like, fuck, okay. I'll grab a few people and just get it done.
Right.
So, but, yeah. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, you know, because you get to deal with, like, you know, high-tech stuff. Like, you know, tanks, one of them.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I can't really say anything more about that because it's fun. I get to handle, like, weapons that I would never be able to, like, in the civilian world.
Right.
And I'm, like, shooting for free. Like, I'm not paying a dime to do that.
That's pretty
And
sweet.
people
vacation,
pay
I'm
money
getting
to go
paid.
to shoot
Yeah,
tanks.
exactly. And, like, you know, for health-wise, I recently did this, it's called a bod pod, and it literally, it's like it measures your body mass.
Okay.
And people pay, like, thousands of dollars
Yeah.
in the civilian world to get, like, to just sit there for those 10 minutes. And, like, you know, just
Because that's
see
a
what
really
they're-
detailed scan of
It
your
is
body.
a very detailed,
Yeah.
because it's literally like a pod
Yeah.
where you're just sitting there, like, you know, hands on your lap like this, you're just sitting there.
Yep.
And, you know, water's, like, going behind you in this, like, you know, behind you, and then it's, like, you know, checking your weight and your body mass.
Right.
And it's seeing, like, your liquid fat and then your, you know, solid fat, your muscle and stuff like that. It's
Interesting.
absolutely crazy.
I would break that
But-
machine.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
fit in the pod.
You
just
wouldn't
saying.
fit in the pod. It's a small pod.
That's small.
If you walked up to the pod, they would be like, "No need, sir.
Yeah.
No need.
Yeah, you should
know.
go to the emergency room.
You already know.
You
Okay.
already know.
Okay, it's done. You're done.
Yes, we're done. We're
Well,
done.
thanks
Yes,
for
we're done.
watching this podcast, everyone. and
Evelyn, we are
staying.
happy to have you on.
Yes, it was very fun to be on.
I cannot wait to have you back on.
Oh, yes.
I don't know when you'll come home again. I don't know if you know when you'll come home
No,
again.
I don't.
All right,
wing it.
well, we don't know when, but we will definitely have you back
Yeah.
on
It'll be a
when you come
surprise
home again.
again.
Hopefully,
You won't know.
Hopefully Christmas.
Really quickly before we leave, I was super pissed off this time when I found out I was one of the last people to find out that you were home early.
Yeah.
I was
great. You
really
should
upset
do it
about
again.
that. I think I talked about it before, but I was super upset.
Yeah, he was
I remember
really
just sitting at
upset.
the fire and I'm thinking, fuck, I'm the only one that
Yeah,
doesn't
because
know.
no one else was reacting.
Yeah,
Like, I walk in
I
and
was
no one
so
else
pissed.
is reacting. They're just like, they're looking at you.
Yeah, everybody was looking for my reaction. I'm
Yeah.
like, you motherfuckers. I was so pissed.
That was funny.
But I hope this next time I know a little sooner.
Nope.
How about next time?
I'm the only
You're
one.
the only one that knows.
Fuck yes. I want to be the only one that
Okay.
knows.
Okay.
Yes.
Jocelyn's like the last person to know though.
That's
like if
fair.
you notice that she's like
She's
always
always
the
is the last person.
She's always
to
the
know.
last
Yeah.
person.
I want to be the only one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to be part of
You'll
the
be
surprise.
the only one. You'll be part of the surprise.
This is a deal.
This is a deal.
This is a binding
We're witness.
contract.
We're
No witness.
handshaking.
Witness. No
Witness.
witnesses there.
So
Witness
we
is
don't-
listening.
Witness is listening.
Witness is listening. Yes.
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 Witness is listening.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We got
Okay.
Big Brother to watch.
Yep, yep.
Sunday night, watch Big Brother. My
BB.
boy T Crip is on there.
Yep.
Support him.
Tyler?
T Crip. It's what we call him, T Crip.
Oh, okay. I don't think anybody will know what T-Crip is.
Tyler, his name's Tyler. But Seth, I did not enjoy talking to you today. Evelyn, I enjoyed talking to
Go
Thank
you.
fuck
you. I
yourself
enjoyed
as
talking to you.
always.
I enjoyed talking
to
Go follow me on Seth Ohms Twitter.
Don't
Twitter, Seth Ohms. Are you on Twitter or anything? Instagram?
No, I don't do Twitter.
Excuse
It's so
me.
mainstream
Tyler?
nowadays.
Ooh.
It's so
Oh,
Evelyn's not a
thanks.
civilian.
I'm not a civilian,
Everyone's not a
so I don't do
civilian.
Yeah,
that
fuck
stuff.
you,
But-
civilians.
But you can follow me on anything if you want. You know my handle by now. And we love you fuckers. Have a great week.
Bye.